Hey, good morning, Tube. Gonna shoot a second video on unloading a pneumatic tank. We're doing cement this time, so there are subtle differences. Now, this is a dedicated cement trailer. The valves are a little bit different from the other one. So, we already hooked up our hotline. Come back. You can see this pipe goes up, over, and down. This is for our aerators. It's cement, we're using aerators. This here is open. That's our blowdown. Let's close that. Now, farther down the pipe, you can see where it comes up here. That's top air. We don't want, leave that valve closed. Currently, we're gonna leave our product line valve closed till we build up some air pressure. I just figured I'd explain that again quick while it's still quiet. All right, now we're building our air pressure, so we'll just watch the gauge. Again, 10 psi requirement here. Okay, now see, this is one. We're building air, but the gauge don't work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open our valves early, but instead of opening this all the way, only open it a little bit. The product valve, cement, you can still open. And we're right at 10 psi on our line pressure. Now, the reason we're using aerators, flour, soda ash, cement, it packs while you're driving. You gotta use aerators to break it free. See, we're already dropping a little bit on our PSI. So we're gonna leave the aerators full tilt. We're just gonna close our line just a smidge. It don't take a lot to change the pressure. See, you can see, hear it, it's packed. The aerators are trying to move the product and fluff it up to get it moving. Once it starts moving, we'll have to readjust our valves, to maintain the pressure. But once we're dialed in, we're good. It ain't gonna be like you're constantly changing the whole time. Once it starts flowing, we'll be good. But this is white cement. Like I said, subtle difference, because with sand, we run this one wide open, and our top air is only open a smidge to none, and the aerator's closed. For cement, we're gonna keep our top air closed. Right now we got this wide open, and we only got this cracked halfway. We're maintaining right on 10. You can still hear the aerators a little bit, so we're still not flowing real good. Now this place here, and it's labeled, turn timer to 3 minutes after filling, timer switch, white cement, 10 psi. So, not all of them are labeled as nice as it is here. If it's not, they'll come out and show you where to unload. So don't just, if it ain't labeled and somebody just says, oh, hook this silo. If you're not sure, don't just hook and start blowing, because if I blow this into the gray cement silo there, or the gray cement silo there by mistake, now you got product contamination. That means all the cement in that silo the company pays for, plus they pay for this load, because the company's gonna be responsible. And if they run out of product in there because of something you did, probably ain't gonna be happy with you. So, if in doubt, don't unload until you're positive. Okay, now we're up to 12 psi. So now we're just gonna open this a little bit and we're gonna close our aerators down. And our gauge is jumping a little bit. That's a good sign, so probably gonna stay right there. Might have one tweak left, but you notice you don't hear the aerators anymore. So now we got really good product flow. And if we come back here, our hose is jumping probably pretty good. Yeah, we got a nice shimmer to our hose, so our product's flowing good. All right, that's gonna be it. I just how to get started. I will do sand. We don't have to worry about it. This is white cement, so I'll shoot a real short clip at the end on how to clean out the trailer without having to sit here with hammers and everything else. And now, one thing I should point out, since this is white cement, your hot hose, you don't do nothing. You just hook it up and you unload. Your product hose, carry a can of WD-40 or PB Blaster and you spray it in here. When these seals leak, people dump water on them. It's cement. What does water and cement do? So, and then they won't clean this fitting off once they do that. So what you do, take your hose, there's a rubber seal right here on the inside. Just go around and spray the rubber seal with your WD-40 on this end and this end over here. You know, sand, you ain't got to worry about. But when you got some of these products like this, just give a light spray of WD. It'll keep it from blowing out, because if it leaks, it'll blow out here and here. Now, check your rubber also. If your rubber's bad, you just pull it out, put a new one in, and then give it a light spray of WD, and you're good to go. So, we'll be back when I'm empty, and I'll show you how to clean the trailer out. Alright, we just finished, we went empty. Now what you're gonna do, this is cement. This is dedicated trailer. It don't get washed out. But if you're an over-the-road driver and you got to get washed out, when you go to the tank wash, anything left in there, they charge you for it. Your company is not going to like you. So what you're going to do, open your aerator all the way. All our product valves are closed. Close your line. Let it aerate for a minute or two. Come up here and you'll feel the vibration in the trailer. That's going to knock anything stuck to the walls down. Then what you'll do, we're going to just give it a little bit of line pressure and we'll watch our gauge. When we open the valve, this will climb and then it'll drop back down as it blows whatever's left in there out. And just do that for all three. You're helping the next driver at the same time. Because when this stuff falls off the wall, it packs around the valve. Well, then when it gets back, they load on top of it. Then the next person to take this trailer is going to have a hell of a time trying to get it unloaded, and he's going to sit there longer because you were lazy on cleaning it out. Alright, we dropped. See how all of a sudden it spiked back up? We're blowing. Now it's starting to slowly drop. We'll let it drop, then we'll close this, and we'll do our last one. And then we just take our hose off. And, well, before you disconnect your hose, with your line pressure open, vent your tank. If you try pulling a hose off with all that pressure in there, you are not going to be happy. Nice and light. See, you ain't gonna lift that if you're blowing product. Our gauges, so we'll close that. Open that one. We'll close our aerator. Depending on how long you've been unloading, you know, here it's an hour and 3/4 unload time. So it'll take you 2-3 minutes to get your hose up. Get the idle time and all that, but you're only gonna be here a couple of minutes now because I'm ready to go. I just gotta get this hose picked up. Gotta get my other glove on. I'll stop when I go out and notify the customer his dust collector's plugged. It ain't venting properly. That's why it blows back out like that. Recap our trailer. See, it didn't take that long. Now, how we return these, we'll leave our blowdown open, all the other valves closed. That had, like I said, you're talking a matter of minutes to go get that hose put away. So let it run for a minute or two. All right, that's it. We're ready for transport, and that's about all, I guess. If anybody has questions or that, I'll do my best to answer. But otherwise, have a good day.